Hello. Here we are on this glorious day together, and I am here with None Hammersley, and you saw some of her incredible artwork in that little video clip that I put together promoting our upcoming performance at the Athenaeum on February 20th. We've had the unique pleasure to be able to work together, being inspired by None's incredible artwork, and I am so pleased to have her with me today to talk a little bit more about her current show at the Athenaeum. So, welcome, None.
Thank you for having me, and it's great to meet you and talk to you finally.
Great.
Um,
Yeah, so should we just dive right into it? I'm going to add some images that, of course, you will see these um, at the Athenaeum. And I just wanted to have, as we're looking at these images, knowing that there are the real pieces to be seen at the Athenaeum, I am going to ask None to describe a little bit her technique in putting this incredible artwork together.
well, this is one of the Whirlpooled series. I did some smaller pieces like this, and it's a particular type of pour that you do with layers of paint. And when you stretch it out and move the canvas around, it sort of reveals the layers as it comes out. And it's just really exciting. It's quite addictive working with the layering pour like this. And I think it looks very much like water and whirlpools and well, obviously it depends on the color you use, but yeah, no, I'm very pleased with these pieces.
Yeah, I remember when we talked before, I was so struck by working with a material that to some extent you have a control over, but not really, not total control. I think that is kind of, in a way, what it is like with dance as well. There's there's so much that the dialogue between the artist and medium, I think, is really cool.
No,
Let,
absolutely. I mean, sometimes it doesn't come out exactly how you want, and so I have to either do smaller pours on the side or redo the whole thing, or some color comes out stronger than you like, and so you have to pour it off, or I mean, it's it's entirely a taste thing of what how you want it to look. And then when I finished and it's dry, I put a layer of resin over it, which creates that very lustrous, shiny effect.
let me go up to this one because I think when you said that lustrous effect, not that the previous one didn't have that, but in particular, I think this one is placed in the smaller gallery at the Athenaeum. And something about the light in that room in particular, I sort of feel like the lustrous resin kind of really reaches
Really
out.
shines out. Well, that also, and the mirrors. The cut out the piece is done on wood and it's cut out in that shape to resemble a wave. And then I've cut out pieces in the middle part as well and put mirrors behind. So you've got mirrors and you've got glass beads and the resin. So it's very sort of shiny and lustrous. Um, and it's got a lot of movement. You feel like there's a wave flowing round. So yeah, no, I'm pleased with the way those came out. It's a
Yes, and
completely new way of working for me, working on wood. I've never worked on wood before, and I just wanted to get the feeling of the water flowing off because if you're in a square canvas or a rectangular canvas, it ends right there, you know, whereas with on these wooden panels, and you know, when they're cut out, you can get the feeling of it flowing off more. And I think it's worked very successfully.
Yeah, and this is, let me go back to this one because this one is actually one of your larger pieces, I think, and it's in the main gallery on the short wall in the main gallery. It's quite an impressive piece, mostly in part because of the scale, but also some of the detail, which of course you can't see here in this kind of image, really stands out when you can see it in person. So that combination of the resin and the size of it, it's really very impactful in the at the Athenaeum.
Well, this piece is on canvas, but I was exploring how to um, paint, hand paint as well as pour paint. So it's quite complicated because, of course, it's difficult to control the paint. And I've had to do multiple pours around the hand painted part. It's called Underwater Swimming Reflections. And this is like a person in the water that's reflected, if you like, if you're under the water, and it's the reflection, and that's why it's distorted. But that's all hand painted, and then the rest of the piece is pouring paint. But you know, I've had to do it in several different ways to stop it from flowing over the hand painted part, and it's, you know, quite difficult to do, but I think it worked out quite well.
Yeah, it's quite beautiful. And let me see, I'm
It's
gonna,
certainly on that wall at the Athenaeum with that huge space you've got. They look really quite impressive. They pop out on those white walls. They look
yes, they
great. Yeah,
they really do. This is I think we have not shown this one yet. Um, this this one has a little bit different color to it, and of course, because it's a different pouring, it's a um, different piece. So if you want to
I've
talk a
got
little
quite a
bit,
lot more pink in that. Yes, it's I think I called it Rock Pool Sunset, that one. So the pink sort of like the sun reflecting on the water. And I've got I did I think I did two or three different pours on that, because if you see the sides where it's a different pour to where that pink goes down there, and then the one that was underneath it's showing through at the top there. So it looks more interesting in a way when you've got several pours going on at the same time, because it's more layered, if you like. So yeah, no, it's interesting, and there's a
yeah,
little bit of cell coming through there too.
right.
Mm,
Very complex and totally beautiful.
thank
So
you.
please get on over to the Athenaeum and take a look at this incredible artwork. None's show is with also Darren Smith has some of his artwork up, so it's a shared show between the two of them. I think both artists are work very in a very complementary way. Of course, they did not know each other before the show, but I think
No,
it
our
worked
work
out.
is very different. His photographic collages, and a lot of the pieces have that marbling effect of the stone, which I think looks lovely. And that
Yes.
complements my watery pieces. They don't fight at all. They're very, very different. And so it's quite an interesting show.
Yes, and the the way we are participating in this at Jane Franklin Dance is to do a performance there both live stream and in person. Yes, you can come and be there with us in person February 20th at 5 p.m. And we are doing a piece that is dedicated specifically to None's work, and another separate piece that's dedicated specifically to Darren's work, as well as showing some of our more recent repertory. So these shows at the Athenaeum are always incredibly fun. We are so lucky to be able to work there at the Athenaeum and just be able to collaborate with these wonderful artists to do our best to kind of frame the art, the visual art, in a different way through movement. So please come out
No,
and
I'm
see
very
us.
excited about it. I think it's a great idea to have the expression of people's interpretation of our art is just a different way of seeing it, and it's a really exciting idea. And I think it'll bring different people who are into art, into the dance to come and see the art show. So yeah, no, I think it's a great idea. Really pleased.
Yeah, and just so you know, though, if you cannot join the dance performance, None's work will be there through, I believe it's March 6th, is that right?
Yeah, the 6th of March.
6th of March. So
There's
we'll
lots
try to
of
get
time.
plenty of time to get over there. It's always a treat to get into Old Town and just kind of have a good time there and enjoy yourself in Old Town. And then you drop by at the wonderful Athenaeum. And it's just like a really nice day, afternoon out. And so just get yourself down there and enjoy this wonderful work. And again, we have to really.
Open Thursdays through Sundays.
Exactly, right.
That's
Veronica
the only thing.
Salas couldn't be with us today, but I think that is exactly right. Open Thursdays through Sunday from 12 to 4 p.m., I think.
That's it.
And a lot of people have special events there. And like this dance concert is another special event. So
Mm.
please come out and see us. And is there anything else you'd like to add before we go today, None?
Well, only that I do dedicate my work to conservation. Water is something I'm very concerned about. Some of the pieces which you haven't shown are about our use of water and how much water is wasted. And I think it's just interesting and important for people to sort of reflect on how lucky we are to have water flowing freely out of the tap. And, some people are struggling on other countries who don't have that. They have to, queue up by a standpipe to get a bucket of water if they're lucky, that sort of thing. And this is the way the world's going with all this extreme weather. So I've dedicated my water pieces to Ocean Conservancy. So all any of the sales that are made will be donated, partly donated to the oceans and saving the oceans.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I know there's about 2 million people in the United States that are without running water, particularly when you go over into the Southwest. Water
Yep,
is a huge, huge issue and becoming more so every day. I think in this part of the country, we do take it for granted.
well, I
Water
wasn't
is,
thinking of America. I was thinking of places like India and Africa. But yes,
I
you're right. There
know,
are places here. South
yes,
Africa as well. Yes.
yes, right here in
Yeah.
the United States, in the southwestern part of the United
Yes, you're
States,
right.
there's
Well,
many.
this is what's happening.
Yes. So, on that note, uh, we're going to say goodbye for today. I'm going to show you one other little video that was made, oh, a week or so ago as a little closeout piece. But we do hope to see you at the Athenaeum, either at our show or please swing by and enjoy None's and Darren's wonderful show at the Athenaeum. So thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Super Bowl weekend, yay! And it's supposed to snow tomorrow or something. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Right now, I am not a believer that it will snow tomorrow. It just doesn't seem like today it's 60. So
No,
anyway.
it's 60s today. I think it probably won't settle much.
Okay. Well,
Crazy.
thank you again so much, None.
And thank you. Thank you.
Okay, here we go with that second look.